that we have seen G2 also be very happy to try and go for these flex picks.
Do really like the Poppy ban though. Good against Zach, good against Callista, good against Rek'Sai already. You don't even need anyone else with a dash on your in your team for that to be a very solid ban. Viego locked in now for Ona, leaving that top lane counter for last, we assume. G2 looking towards likely support and mid. Aurelion Sol, Azir, both still available to them. They want to play that into the Talia. LeBlanc also weaves.
He needs to be careful though, still only level 2.
Tanglebob's going to hit onto him. Gumayusi chasing in Mickey, already down to half HP. The chase continues from T1 as Ona joins the battle. Han Summer with the rend on Guma, trying to get the slow down. Ona still chasing forward. Mickey, no flash. Tanglebob, Spectral Maw, carrier on the board.
Your jungler is topside! Let's play it again.
Great vision control from T1, spots the roam from Mickey.
Carrier coming in from the side, Ona joining in as well. Yike looking for the damage. Mickey just walking straight forward here. Baker still holding on to the seismic shove, and Mickey is locked up with it. Mickey rooted with the tangle barbs, and he walked right into his own death. When Baker comes knocking, you do not answer.
I'm kind of surprised. Now the bot lane dive for Ona.
Carrier stepping forward. There's the Weaver's wall in by Faker as well. Mickey does have the flash back up, looking for the stun, but can't find it in time. Ona possesses him. And underneath the tower, he is fine as roses. T1 starting to retreat away.
And how that fight goes, the early ones will determine a lot in the outcome of this game.
I think the game might boil down to the fact that G2 are pushing forward here in the Pop Blossom. We'll find Mickey. Tangle Barbs for this follow-up. There's the Spectral Maw. Call of the Forge coming out as Mickey tries to turn it back around. The shockwave possibility from Caps. But Mickey already falling low as Ona possesses his body. A three-man shockwave into the dive forward. Is it enough for G2? Broken Blade fighting Faker in the bottom lane. It's a one-for-one trade on the top side. Faker Weavers walls his way out. Broken Blade, no team.
Mish might get caught here.
Faker does have his flash, but he's knocked up, locked up, and shut out of the fight by Yike. Yike looking for him, goes forward. Carrier flashes away. Drake secured. Broken Blade diving onto the back line. It's only Carrier for now. There's the Pop Blossom. TP's behind. As Carrier will fall first, the TP behind from T1. Not going to look for any more of a collapse. Faker just investing there. G2 can continue to press in. Broken Blade, channel the E, doesn't
amount of value. So I can imagine if G2 still feel the need to play a little bit aggressive.
Does still have the flash. Mickey's on his way here. Flash away, but the Heartbreaker breaks the hearts of Europe. Yike's still on the chase though. Ona has no flash. Broken Blade coming in from the side. Let's bounce, baby! Faker locked up. Ona sent packing. G2 get 2.
I don't think the game plan was for Caps to die, but G2 make it work. 2 for...
I think the game becomes incredibly hard to play out for G2.
Shockwave in by Caps as Faker's pulled back. Seraph's there. Yike coming in from across the wall as well. The smite can go in with the Void Rush, but Caps takes the kill. G2 collapses. T1 were looking for some... Starts to back away. Dragon down to 4,000. Ona trying to get in for the smite. You have Ren smite, and it's secured by G2. Faker puts the Weaver's wall down and separates Han Summer and Caps from the team. Broken Blade dives in and might just have to jump out across the wall here. Call of the Forge gone, trying to protect Faker. Mickey falling low. Dive in by Ona, but the Fate's call will pull Mickey to safety. Carrier continues to step in. Looks for the Tangle Barbs, can't land it.
Last year was around his individual performance, and we rated him very highly coming into this tournament. Han Summer in some danger.
Han Summer, no flash, no cleanse. Steps the seismic shove, and Faker has no flash of his own. TP comes in, Broken Blade going to join the fight. Void Rush forward, Faker goes down! And now the Call of the Forge God is more of a prayer sent to the heavens to try and escape. Caps is on the flank, and I've seen a shockwave land here before. Cap steps in, Pop Blossom, what? It's beautiful! But they do not have the damage! The shockwave from Caps finds them all as G2 wipe away T1.
And Guma's going to desperately try to run. He might make it out, but the rest of his team is evaporated.
Onto their backs against the wall. Guma feels like a very... Oh, hang on a second. Broken Blade.
Onto Faker once again. Faker flashes away. The stretching strike will pull him back, though. And Ona might be the first target as Yike sinks his teeth into the fight. Faker now forced away. The Weavers will pull back. Broken Blade on this Zac has not given T1 a moment to breathe. 8-0 for Yike and... Soul point from under your noses. I wonder if G2 will look for a reset off this Baron or whether... Yike.
And it secures the Baron and the Dragon. And again, like, I don't have time to explain.
Being used. Solar play on the backline as Mickey dives deep here. G2 maybe overextending, but the flash forward from Yike for the double knocker. Slap their heads together. G2 have had enough of this game. Pop Blossom comes out. The Cap's still very healthy on the backline. Broken Blade still has his passive. Another stretching strike on Ona as Han Summer begins to dance on him. stunned up for the second. Faker able to kill off Hans Summer. G2 maybe a tiny bit greedy because Faker puts the Weaver's wall down. Broken Blade dashing in, locked up with the Unraveled Earth. G2 could overstep here. Instead they retreat. They still have the Baron for a minute and a half. Oh no though, can you answer the power? Broken Blade Heartbreaker across into the Blast Cone. The chase from Yike. The Blast Cone and Broken Blade reads Ona like a book. Mickey comes in from the side, there's the stun, Broken Blade slaps him around the...
Yeah, it's always a little bit scary to dive, but you gotta imagine they gotta try and push for the end here.
Weaver's wall down, Caps isolated. G2 still pushing 4 strong through the mid lane. Seismic shove going wide, there is Faker flashing forward and he's met with a spear through his heart. G2 find another How Long Throna, 17 seconds, 5v3 now. G2 might just go double in hit base. Could be a little greedy and they've often been in the LEC. We'll see if it continues on the international stage. keshaEuw trying to get in with that Pot Blossom. No flash for him. First Nexus Tower down. Finds Cap. Call of the Forge God coming down as well, but the stopwatch will buy a second for the G2 mid laner. And Onu is just deleted by Hans Summer on the backline. Guma next up. He will escape to the safety of the fountain, but that's where he'll watch his Nexus fall as G2 even out the series at 1-1.
A convincing win.